Okay, now we're going to start doing the sides of the project. So when I'm saying the sides, what I'm referring to is this piece of plywood right here. And from the example, we can see that the side is going to be 11 3/4 wide. And then right here it says 23 3/4 long. So that's the size that we want to cut a piece. Chances are you're going to get a piece that looks similar to this. And we just have to go to the chop saw and make a few cuts. Okay, so at the chop saw with our stop block set up, and we're going to cut our 23 3/4 inch. When you're cutting plywood, there's a little trick I want to show you. So if you can come in close, I'll show you what I want you to do here. We're going to start the blade. And we're going to make a little score cut. And that score cut is going to help us protect the first layer of that plywood, that thin layer called a veneer. So if you stand back and kind of show the operation here. And again, get somebody to help you hold this side. I'll make one more cut and then we'll go to the next step. So the next step is going to be to cut the bottom out. The bottom here is a 3/4 inch piece of plywood, and it's the same size as the web frame. So what I'll do is take that offcut and use this to cut my bottom. I'll come over here to the web frame. I want this piece of wood to be the same width and the same length as my web frame. So what I'm going to do is trim it down the table saw and then go to the chop saw to cut it. So after I'm done with that, we'll come back. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do on the sides is we're going to cut what's called a rabbet. So the rabbet is that little part right there that allows the back to get nailed onto the web frames, but still allows you not to see it from the end. So to cut that rabbet, what I have is a router that looks like this, and I customized it so that the bit right here will cut out that shape as you guide it along. So what you're going to do is identify the ugly side of the plywood that's going to be on the inside of the project. In this case, I would rather see this surface, so I'm going to rabbet this surface. And just as a reminder to myself as I'm routing, I'm going to put a little line right there. That little line tells me where to route. So in case I get kind of mixed up, I can look for my line and make my cut. So with a piece of carpet to protect my good surface, I will hang it on the bench right there. And this might be a little awkward because we got to move the clamps around a little bit, but we'll just put a clamp here, put a clamp here, route a little bit, readjust the clamps, and make it look like we want to. So we're going to route it like this. This piece of wood is going to go against this surface, and we'll make that cut. So you can see I didn't quite make it to the end, so I'll just move this clamp around.
Clamp it down. Same idea. And
finish up my cut. I'll go ahead and do the other one off camera.